Yo, what's the crack, boys? Kyrie's been traded to the Mavericks. What the fuck? Also, this whole Kyrie situation, a week ago, one week ago, it was like, oh, the Nets could make it to the finals. They got KD and Kyrie, that's enough. Now it's like, Kyrie wants to get traded. Sorry. I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh, he's going to go to the Lakers, he's going to go to the Heat. The Mavericks did have a good package. And to be honest, they did need to do this. I honestly thought it was going to be Zach LaVine, but obviously, when Kyrie becomes available, you're on that shit. Kyrie's one of the best players in the NBA. But it's crazy how quick the NBA moves. Now, obviously, KD could get traded. We'll get into, the Nets and that whole situation. But obviously, Kyrie wanting more money. The Nets, rightfully so. I do like Kyrie as a person, but obviously, he does stir up drama. He's a good, I think as a human, he's a good guy. But obviously, yeah, every season there's something distracting with him. Every season. Since, he got in his prime. Or ever since, the last season in Cleveland. Whatever. Absolutely crazy. But, if you're the Mavericks, look at it has been extended, but, stars can ask to get traded. Doesn't matter in their contract. KD requested a trade there this summer. So, it doesn't matter. They had to make this move, even if it was going to be a rental. So personally, I think Kyrie's going to go to the Lakers. Why wouldn't he? Get off the Nets. If I'm Brooklyn, I'm like, fuck it, we can make a run this season. Kyrie, we're not trading you because we can actually make a. You may as well go in and instead of getting Spencer Dinwiddie, don't have to finish. I mean, that 2029 first round pick, that's a W. At least you got that. Mavericks, Luka's probably not going to be on the team on that time. And then Brooklyn's going to have that nice pick after giving away all their picks for James Harden. But yeah, so Kyrie and Luka on the same team, that is going to be crazy. People say it's not going to work. Kyrie's played with some of the best players ever. Not ever, but you get what I mean. Well, he has, technically. I think Tatum and Luka are going to be some of the best players of all time. And he's played, Tatum shouldn't really be kind of because he was still, raw. Not raw, but he ain't the player he is now. So Kyrie's used to being a 2. And he plays very well as a 2. We've literally seen that. We've seen that. So I think him and Luka will be fine. It's just the defense I'm more worried about. The Mavericks don't have that good defensive players. Kyrie and Luka aren't the best. Luka's got a big body, I guess. But you know what I mean. Their defense is worrying. But when you have Kyrie and Luka, it might not matter. But we'll see. But, obviously this is a move. We've seen the amount of games Luka's had. He's had, 50. And, one player might have had double-digit points in the starting lineup. It's yeah, you need... this is a fleece almost. Obviously, the 2029 first-round pick's a bit of an L. But you only have to give up Spencer Dinwiddie, who this season has actually been very solid. I will say that. Spencer Dinwiddie, good basketball player. And he's going back to Brooklyn. Donovan Finney-Smith, who's hit or miss. Good defender, can be a good shooter sometimes. A plus player to be on your team. I'll say that. And then, 2 second-round picks and the first-round pick. That's, for Kyrie Irving, compared to what Rudy Gobert got traded for. That's crazy. If you're the Timberwolves, you're, hitting yourself. And you're the Jazz, oh, my God, this is, once-in-a-lifetime kind of trade. Crazy, such good value for Kyrie Irving, and for a rental, that's worth it. For having Kyrie for a few months, he could resign. Who knows? Maybe he signs a contract extension in the next few days, or before the contract extension deadline. Who knows? And if he does, that's crazy. But if it'd be better for him to join the Lakers. I think the Mavericks, they made the Western Conference Finals last season with Jalen Brunson. Obviously, you have Kyrie Irving, who's a better player. So it could be a repeat. The West is very open this season, so they're bare minimum second round, 6 game loss, or a game 7 loss. That's what I think, unless obviously injuries, touch wood. But Lakers, interesting move for them. I think if the Lakers had 2 of LeBron's best teammates of all time, D-Wade, I don't know. But do you know what I mean? Kyrie and AD are top 3 teammates LeBron's had. If you had all of them on the same team, you're winning the West this season, no doubt. No doubt. There's no doubt. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Lakers could have had them. It was Max Christie, Austin Reeves, the 2 first-round picks, I think, and Westbrook. Come on, do that. And obviously you could wait. Westbrook's contract expires. You sign him in free agency. You still have your picks. You still have your role players. Maybe you get some more role players, or you trade the picks for, some better role players. Then, yeah, okay. Maybe the Lakers are playing the long game. Obviously, reports saying that, they don't want... it's really hard to say, but if LeBron's in that team and Kyrie Irving's a free agent, like once LeBron's on your team, you have to surround his legacy. Like this is a trade you kind of have to make. And obviously, it'd be quite obvious Kyrie would sign an extension, but I hope he does join the Lakers. That would be cool to see. But I'm happy Kyrie's out the West, the East. As a Sixers fan, Brooklyn was like Boston's the only team I'm scared of. But the Nets, I was like, okay, they could probably beat us. They could probably probably have a better coach than us. But it's good to see Kyrie out of the East. Thank fuck. Obviously for Kevin Durant, in hindsight, this is one of the probably the worst move he's made in his career. Worse than joining. Well, no, that wasn't a bad move. KD's just now left with nothing. Obviously, they do have good role players, good defense. Good defensive players are surrounding him. Plus, an elite scorer, but trapping. But who knows? Like, KD did have to leave the Warriors. Well, he didn't have to, but like the stuff that was going on at that time, you had to leave and prove that you can win without them. Obviously, he's not proven that yet, but I think he will be traded. Maybe it does look like he is sticking with the team, which fair play. Well done, KD. That is like. Do you know what I mean? If I was KD, I would not be taking out. Like, fuck this, get me out of here. I'm like 34 now. Like, fuck, I've got like a few years left. But obviously, it like the team's he's apparently fed up with Ben Simmons. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of stuff. It'd be better for Brooklyn to just trade him and for KD, but we'll see. But obviously, like, this is crazy. Literally a year apart when James Harden and Kyrie requested a trade. Absolutely insane. Like. NBA's a script. The NBA's a script, but I think if you're KD, if I'm the Sixers, I'm trading for KD. That's an easy ring right there. That's probably the easiest ring of all time, but big threes just don't work. We've literally seen that. Like the Warriors won, so maybe we don't because, there's a history of all these teams coming together and not exactly working. But if we got a ring, it'd be worth it, but obviously we'd have to get Maxey, Tobias. We just make Brook. I don't know. KD isn't a long contract. That team is just like, together, till they retire. I don't even know. It'd be good to see us get KD. No, I would do. KD's him, bro. KD's actually a ridiculous. Yeah. If KD requests a trade, I would want the Sixers to get him easily. James Harden, point guard. DeAnthony Melton, shooting guard. Yeah, we wouldn't have to give up him. Maxey to buy, some picks. We don't really have a lot of draft picks. But you get what I'm saying. If we had KD, we'd win. Also, you could go to Phoenix. Celtics, I don't know why you would trade, Jaylen Brown. Celtics have the best duo in the NBA. Probably, they probably do have the best duo in the NBA, which is kind of crazy. So, I wouldn't really see a point in doing that. I think you're just obviously if you had KD, that'd be insane. But you know what I mean. But yeah, we'll see what unfolds, how the Mavs will do, how KD and the Nets will do. It's very exciting.